Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for September 4th, 2017. For your Labor Day Monday, the holiday will be mostly sunny today, and actually bright sunshine expected across the entire region, and then a mostly clear night following overnight. But temperatures will be a little bit on the warmer side today, and that's because we have winds coming in from the southwest for a change. So that's going to allow temperatures to get up maybe a little near to slightly above normal for today, and then definitely slightly above normal for Tuesday, ahead of a cold front that's going to drop down. But we're expecting nothing but wall-to-wall sunshine today, and really a really nice day for the holiday. Again, we talked about Tuesday had this cold front moving down to the southeast. This is going to be slowed as it moves to the southeast. That's because we have a ridge out here in the Atlantic. This is a pretty strong ridge at that, out here way out in the Atlantic. It's going to slowly advance in this cold front. Behind this, we have a trough and some much cooler air. But the showers and thunderstorms will not make it too far east. We are expecting that it may get over, at least into central PA and parts of northeastern PA, but it's a little questionable how far east this gets, whether it gets over to extreme eastern Pennsylvania and much of New Jersey and Delaware. Right now, the answer is no to that. So Philadelphia would just be something very isolated. Allentown would be isolated and widely scattered. Areas to the northwest, though, when you get up to Wilkes-Barre, Scranton State College, back here to Harrisburg, you could have a little bit more of the scattered activity here later on Tuesday. But I think that once this front, because it's getting slowed up, moving eastward, there's going to be the opportunity for some more scattered showers and thunderstorms moving along that frontal boundary here for Wednesday, and you could have a decent amount of periods of rain, we'll call it, here on Wednesday. Might not be especially heavy. It doesn't look like it's a real big deal, but we do have periods of rain nonetheless, and that will be during the day here on Wednesday. May continue into Wednesday night and actually even early Thursday morning. That's how long this front is going to hang around. May have low pressure trying to form along that too to might enhance rainfall. That's because this ridge out here in the Atlantic really means business, and it's going to slow the advance of anything coming eastward. So we'll have probably from the later Tuesday through Wednesday night, maybe even very early Thursday morning time frame, you could have those leftover showers. Elsewhere, though, we're expecting clouds giving way to sun on Thursday morning and a much better day. So it'll start to temperatures behind this will start to drop a little bit because we have a trough moving in, settling over the eastern United States, and this trough will keep everything north and west of that line up in here below normal for this time of year, and temperatures back down to kind of hovering around 70, maybe lower 70s in some areas, but give or take a few degrees on either side of 70 for the Thursday through Sunday time frame, because we're going to go forward from this point, and we're going to have nothing but partly cloudy skies we're expecting here on Friday. There's for a look at Friday. Here's a look at Saturday, though. High pressure settling over the Great Lakes. This is another, this area of high pressure is going to move a little bit further east here on Sunday, but looks like we're going to have another fantastic weekend next weekend. But temperatures, again, are going to be in the lower to middle 70s across the entire region. So maybe probably 70 to 75 north to south. But it will be mostly sunny both days as the high pressure settles over the region. This high pressure is very important, though, because off to the south here, you see the models are trying to indicate Hurricane Irma coming into the picture. These are just outer bands you can see in this image. But it does look like it's going to be after next weekend. That's what we're talking about. We did this the last couple of videos earlier in the week. We were talking about this since last week already. And you're talking about from this point right now being at least a week away from today that you would have any U.S. impacts. So this was a long way away that we could see this coming across the Atlantic, and that's why we weren't too concerned with it. And we said we'd start getting into that a little bit more this week. Probably by the middle of this week, we should have a better idea where it's going to hit along the, or if it does hit at all, the U.S. Here's a look at that system here. Again, this is a Category 3 storm, so it's kind of maintained over this holiday weekend. It's been kind of hovering right around minimal Category 3 or high-end Category 2, between 110 and 115, somewhere around there in miles per hour. And it's been moving off generally to the west, but it has some fluctuations where it's been moving now more west-southwest, which was expected. If you look at the big picture of where it is, here's Irma. No longer, we were looking at this last weekend, it was way out here in the by the Cabo Verde Islands. It has now obviously moved much further westward. So this is not too far from the islands here, but it's still at least a full day away from any potential impacts across the northern island, and that would be across the northern part of the islands where that we're concerned about, and that's for some hurricane watches going up for those areas. I just went a little bit too far there. Hurricane watches going up for those areas may just go north. It looks like it's going to go north of Puerto Rico, north of Hispaniola, and then will affect the Bahamas, which are right in here. After that, it's a question of where it goes. It could start to curve out here like this. It could strike the Carolinas, strike Georgia, strike Florida, head into the Gulf of Mexico. Those are all options still on the table, and nobody really knows what we're dealing with beyond that. We could speculate, but we won't know until it's right here at this point, right about Tuesday afternoon, when it's on the northern part of the islands, affecting the northern Lesser Antilles and Puerto Rico at that time. Then we should have a better idea where it's going to go beyond this. But right now, it's kept as a major hurricane all the way through the southern Bahamas, and this goes all the way out to 2 p.m. Friday. Right now, the models beyond that, going to Monday morning, are suggesting you're going to have a storm. This is September 11th now, next Monday, that you're going to have a Category 4, maybe 5 storm sitting off the southeastern U.S. coastline. Could affect Florida directly, could affect Georgia directly, South Carolina, North Carolina, or go out to sea. I think those are pretty much your options, but there's a lot of different options on the table. If it does hit Florida, it's going to keep coming through the Bahamas like this, and it's going to take a hook west and probably go across Florida. Then that can do a couple different things too. So who knows? That's probably one of the less likely scenarios right now. But it does have this going into the some models have this going right into the southeastern U.S. coastline, either from Charleston, Myrtle Beach, all the way up to the Outer Banks, anywhere in that range there, Wilmington, North Carolina. But also going out to sea is another option that was shown today. So there's all these different options on the table here. We have no idea what it's going to do once it gets to the Bahamas. I think we have a pretty good idea that it does get to the Bahamas. It's just after that point, we're not really certain yet. So if you haven't heard us talking about it, we are speculating on what we feel is going to happen, but we're doing that privately in our premium forum. So if you are a member of the Eastern PA Weather Authority premium forum, please go in the long-range discussion. You'll see something on there about that, and we give our detailed analysis, model analysis, and our own thoughts. We're doing that privately. We're not doing it publicly right now. We will do that publicly once something becomes imminent, but right now that is far from imminent. We have no idea exactly where it's going to go. We have our hunches, so we discuss that in the premium forum. If you want to check that out or sign up for it, please do so. Right next to the video on the homepage of our website is the sign-up information for My Pocket Meteorologist. You want to select the EPAWA Premium Forum for that information, which will take you right through the great winter discussions we have this year. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for Labor Day Monday, September 4th, 2017. Have a great Labor Day.